Everyone ends up somewhere. Few people end up somewhere on purpose. So I read that this morning. I loved it. I wanted to share it with you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. As you're tuning in, we're going to flip this camera around because it's backwards. All right. Everyone ends up somewhere. Few people end up somewhere on purpose. We're going to dive into a thought for today. I want to have a conversation with you of how to get started. Just one simple step that you can do to be a healthier version of you. And so we have been going through books. We've gone through this book called Worthy. I have finished the book. I haven't recapped the entire book. I'm going to say this. This is a great book if you don't feel worthy, if you feel like you really need a shift in your mindset. It is so story driven. It's a little bit harder for me to, I would say, just give you a little nugget. So I'm not going to recap any more of this book. I would say it's a great book. Grab the book. If this is something that you're like, I need to actually understand like me, myself, and why I keep quitting on myself, this is your book. Now, there's a book that I love. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to dive in. Some of you have the book, some of you don't. And so for the next probably week or two, I'm just going to take a little piece out of this book, give it to you, give you a thought for the day. And also, I want to help you take the next step, or these little steps that if you do over the course of time, it will change everything, right? So there's no shortage of books or podcasts or people to listen to. I want to say thank you for tuning into the KetoMom page. But there's a book that I think it's so powerful. My husband and I went through this years and years and years ago when we first got married. I love the idea of it. I love we've already gone through it here. So just so you know, if you're brand new, welcome. If you need recipes, how to get started, whatever you need that you feel like if I just had this answer, I could be successful, you can go to ketomomsecrets.com for recipes, how to get started. We've got a book club over there. You can grab ketones. You can ask questions below. You can send me a message, and I'm here to help. Here's one of my favorite books, and I say that about a lot of them, but there's a book called Keto. And what I love about this is how I like to explain it is think of your life, and I've said this before, I think it's so powerful. If you're brand new, you've never heard me say this. If you're not brand new, then it's a reminder. Your life is like a circle. It's a tire, right? And think of your life, as you're rolling down the road and you've got different spokes in your tire. You've got your spiritual spoke, your relationship spoke, your physical spoke, your health spoke, your work spoke. And if a spoke is broken, what happens to your tire? It doesn't go as well, right? Oftentimes you might go, I need to get healthy. I need to get stronger. I need to lose the weight. But your health spoke might not necessarily be broken. It might be bent, but it might be a different spoke that you need to actually focus on. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's your spiritual spoke. Maybe it's a marriage, or maybe you just have a toxic work environment. And if that spoke was fixed or more focused on, it would fix everything else. Maybe you're like, I don't know why I can't get healthier, why I can't lose the weight, why this isn't working. My challenge to you today is I want you to think about, is there other areas of my life that are affecting my health? Am I eating because I'm angry or frustrated because of work or a relationship or my own mental health that I need to start working on? Am I lonely? Do I need to get into a community? And then I eat because I'm lonely or I'm emotional. Like, what is it? Because oftentimes your diet or your lifestyle or the way that you eat or the decisions that you make are caused usually from an emotion, from a feeling. And where is that coming from? And sometimes we don't even know until we sit back and have the awareness of, I had no idea that if I could fix this relationship or this environment or this situation, it actually would fix my health. It would make me feel a lot better. And so I'm going to go through this book. If you have it, great. If you don't have it, you can go grab it. It's an incredible book. And I'm just going to give you 2 thoughts for today. Okay. Number 1, the decisions that you are making today are actually making the bed you will lie in while you wait to die. Sounds very morbid. Actually, I'm going to read a little bit more. I wasn't going to read this to you, but I want to give you some context to this part. He goes, imagine yourself at the end of your life lying in bed reflecting, reading back through the chapters of your life story. He goes, what did my life add up to? Did I really matter? What did I live for? Who will remember me? What will they say about me when I'm gone? Why was it important that I existed? So many questions and so much time. Will you lie there with no regrets, some regrets, or nothing but regrets? And so then I go back to the question I just read to you. Oh, hold on. I just lost it. The decisions you are making today are actually making the bed you will lie in while you wait to die. The decisions you're making today, and it could be as simple as, I know it sounds silly, but what are you eating? What are you going to the gym? Are you moving your body? Because this is a KetoMom page and you've come here probably to lose weight. So the decisions you make today will affect you in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s and your 70s and hopefully your 80s and your 90s. I'm going to live to be 120. And I say that often. And so I want you to understand that you might eat the donut today and you're not going to gain 10 pounds overnight, right? Just like you're going to go to the workout today and you're not going to lose the 10 pounds overnight. But that decision over the course of time, while you don't see it right away like a microwave, right? The instant gratification or instant gain, either way, those decisions over the course of time, the decisions that you make every single day, lead your life into a course, good or bad. And you have to understand that every single day you get to choose to be the best version of you. Do the best you can today, but understanding that those choices, that's where you end up, right? And if you look at your life today and you go, well, I am where I am today because, you can look back and reflect. Don't get frustrated. Just go, I need to make a shift. And what does that shift mean to you? And only you know that. It might be an accountability partner. You might need vision for your life. You might need to get some counseling. You might need to get a trainer. You might need somebody to hold your hand and walk you through food, or a relationship, whatever it is. So here's the thought for you today. Everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. Everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. And I read that today, and I've read this book so many times, and I just think, if I'm going to go through something here online, I need it to be applicable quickly. I want it to be a one-liner. I need something that I can give you that you can think throughout the day. And I hope that you go, okay, we all end up somewhere. We all have the same destiny. You can't cheat death, right? You can't get away from aging. Do you want to age well or do you not want to age well? Do you want to, what does that look like for you? Have you thought about that? We all end up somewhere. Am I going to do it on purpose or am I going to let life just happen to me? It's up to you. And so I'm going to be going through this book along with giving you just different tips and tricks to help you on your journey. So I'll give you practical things like, hey, what are you drinking this morning? Currently, right now, what have you eaten and what have you been drinking? If your morning has not started off amazing, guess what? It doesn't have to define the rest of your day. If your morning is going great, then keep going. You get to have the best day today. Choose the best that you can today. If it hasn't gone great, you can make it better by a simple mind shift of, the morning doesn't have to define the rest of my day. I get to choose to be joyful, to make a better decision, to not make excuses. I get to choose to have a positive attitude. I choose whatever it is for you. So if you want to grab the book, take a screenshot. There it is. If you don't, you can tune in here and you can listen and I'll just go through it and give you some little insights and things to think about. As we dive into you being a healthier you. You guys, you've got approximately 60 days until summer. What do you want that to look like? How do you want to feel? What do you want to get started? I can help you with food. If you need a habit tracker, I have a free habit tracker. We created it for you. It's free. And it has 7 different little check boxes. You can print it out, put it on your refrigerator, and it has your food, your water, if you want to intermittent fast, moving your body, mindfulness. And so you can, ketones, just check the box every single day. It holds you accountable if you don't have a person. Some of you are like, I don't have anybody to message, or I feel like I could ask to hold me accountable. Guess what? This little sheet is free for you. Post habit tracker, and I will give it to you. If you need a very basic foods list on how to get started, some breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. It's not fancy, but if you need a basic foods list, post food in the comments and I will give that to you. So habit tracker, I've got a foods list. You can send me a message. You can ask questions below. If you want to join us for this next 60-hour keto reboot, this is only available for the next couple days. It's a fast, but you have ketones, you have protein for your lunch and dinner, you have electrolytes. Everything in the kit is to help you be successful over 60 hours to reboot your system. It's a cleanse, like a fast or a cleanse, right? I have a lot of people that have great success with getting past a plateau, dropping some of those extra pounds. They just feel like they've taken on, less bloat. They feel amazing. Really, it helps you understand that you don't have to be controlled by food. You are in control. If you want to join me for this, just post reboot in the comments and we'll chat. If you're like, Stephanie, I absolutely can not eat, I have a different pack for you. So if you've never tried ketones, post ketones in the comments and we'll chat. Energy, focus, fat loss, mood. They're incredible. I've been drinking them for almost 9 years. I want to help you. Whatever it is that you need. Need help with food? Post food below. Send me a message. Need an accountability partner? Post habit tracker below. Want to grab this 60-hour reboot, which is pretty incredible? Post reboot below. Or just know this. You can send me a message, ketomomsecrets.com, grab some resources, grab some recipes. I'm really excited to go back through this book. I believe it's super, super powerful. And I truly believe that if people just take a little bit of time, back up and have an awareness of what's going on in all areas of your life, you might be surprised at what actually is affecting your fat loss or your weight loss or your weight gain, right? It might be something else that needs to be fixed in order to overflow into that area of your life. So I'm here to help. Thanks for tuning in. Your presence matters. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.